What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Good morning and welcome to the Shred Show Live. Oh my gosh, look at her smile. Look at her laugh. You know her, you love her. You're excited to hear from her just as much as I am. Kristin Messerli is joining me this morning. Guys, I don't even need to give Kristin like an intro. She's already one of those people that just exudes happiness. She exudes joy as she is in it for us as an industry. And her and I are having an incredible conversation this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about Brokers United. We're talking about how we can unite, how we can protect each other, and how we can grow as an entire industry. Ladies and gentlemen, tag your broker partners, tag your friends. It's time to shred. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am so excited to have Kristin with me this morning. She is the founder of Cultural Outreach, which is such an amazing program in itself. But now she's made it move over to experience.com, where she's the VP of mortgage, basically the mortgage channel. It's all her experience. Like, she's running the show over there. We don't even need Scott. Just kidding, Scott. We love you, bro. But I mean, Kristin is doing such an amazing job. And we're going to be talking about Brokers United. But before we get into that conversation, Kristin, it's so good to have you. It's been far too long since I've had you on the show. I'm excited to have you back. How are you?
Good. I'm so excited to be here, and you bring such incredible energy. I'm ready.
You know me, what I lack in knowledge, I make up for in enthusiasm. So I have way too much enthusiasm these days, but no, I really am excited. So I kind of want to talk about this because, again, you've done so much for our industry, from cultural outreach, from educating millennials, which I'm sure we'll be talking about a little bit today, especially with the direction experience.com is going. But you've moved over to experience.com. You've kind of said, hey, you know what? I see an opportunity to continue to educate. I continue to expand our reach. So you moved over to experience.com. How's that move been for you, and why the move?
It has been incredible. It was amazing timing. I was in the process of selling cultural outreach to NAMBA, and it's just an amazing fit with NAMBA and their, family of companies. But then I got a call from Scott like the day before. He didn't even know that I was selling my company, and he was like, "Hey, I want you to come over and run mortgage and this new program, Brokers United. What can we do? Can you hire someone to manage cultural outreach?" And I was like, "No, this is the perfect time. I'm ready to go." So, but yeah, it's been incredible. We're building an amazing team there, and of course, getting Brokers United launched has been a lot of fun.
That's awesome. And so again, now it's amazing to see what experience.com is doing, because you've got yourself, you've got Bernie Hodak, you've got so many other people that are joining the team at experience.com. And they really are. They're like, you know what? We're going to change this idea of, getting people's reputation, because it's more of like a reputation. It's an experience that people are having, and building on that experience, growing that experience. And now experience.com is really at the beginning of this initiative. It's kind of the launch, if you will, of Brokers United. So for those who may not be super familiar with Brokers United, maybe they've heard talk of it, maybe they're kind of started getting wind of it, but what is Brokers United? What is the goal with Brokers United?
So Brokers United is making experience.com available for free for brokers. And that's where we're starting, but we're bringing in other technology partners so that we can develop a kind of enterprise level technology for brokers. And in the past, brokers have been very often siloed or just not able to access that level of technology. And so we're bringing in partners over the next few months. And then we've got lender partners who are contributing to also provide them with CX data. So we're able to provide them with kind of a benchmarking of here's where you are against your competitors and improve that level of service through the wholesale channel.
That's awesome. And today officially is kind of like hey, there was a waiting list. There was kind of in beta phase, but brokers can actually go and sign up for this today, right?
Yes. And I do want to mention, now that you say where we've gone over the last few months, I don't think we've even mentioned the name Social Survey yet, which is cool. But for those of you who do not know, and we're familiar with Social Survey, experience.com is the rebrand from Social Survey. So that happened the last couple of months. And with the rebrand, we also launched a brand new upgraded, very robust platform it's like version 2 of our product. And so that's what we put brokers on. And so we took a pilot phase of this to make sure we had the product right. And we were, working through that, and it was very successful. And we're super excited to be at the point now where we can say, all right, I think we're going to say welcome anyone and everyone. I mean, we may cap it at a certain point, depending on how that influx goes, but yeah, super excited.
No, it is super exciting. I'm glad you kind of made that, because a lot of people are like, experience.com. Like we've had Scott on the show talking about the new name, and we've heard some things here and there, but some people are still like, Social Survey is now experience.com. And for those, just real quick, I know we probably should have got this a second ago, but for those who aren't familiar with experience.com, how do you guys help the mortgage community? What do you guys do for us?
Yeah, great point. We are really about amplifying the voice of the customer and employee. And in this context, we're collecting the voice of the customer at closing. So we'll send out an automated survey, and then we can help build reviews for brokers. So in this channel, that's how that works.
It's critical. We've talked about reviews, from Google reviews, Facebook reviews. When you're getting a review, you're basically, if you've done a good job, which we all talk about in this industry, if you have done your part in helping the consumer, your customer, that relationship, if you've done a good job, most of the time they want to sing your praises. They want to say, hey, Kristin, you did amazing. Thank you so much. And experience.com helps with that. They make it a seamless experience. That's why I love experience.com. It really is so much easier.
Yeah. And what I love also is that you're able to get ahead of problematic moments too. So if someone had a negative experience and maybe that was out of your control or whatever, it doesn't matter. They're going to share that online typically. I mean, we feel as customers that a responsibility a lot of times to share that, and we want our voices to be heard. But in this case, you can, we'll send out this automated survey with your branding on it, all that kind of stuff. And then if they start they say, no, I didn't have a good experience, that's going to automatically go, escalate that for you so that you can respond to that before they're sharing that online.
Wait, Kristin, are you telling me that every once in a while we make mistakes and so we get a bad review? Wait, that's not us. Us as mortgage professionals, we never mess up. We're always 100% on it all the time. But that is cool, because those negative reviews, sometimes we get so scared of them, we have a fear of them that we don't want to deal with them. But instead, experience is like taking that opposite. When you get those, deal with it head on. Let's figure out a solution, because that's what we're problem solvers, ladies and gentlemen. And if we can solve those problems head on in the very beginning, if you get a bad review, and we've know this on Google, those are the ones that stay at the top. Like, they're the ones that are hardest to deal with. So deal with it, get it done, rip the Band-Aid off, move forward, and continue to do what you're best at and go that route.
Yeah. And I this is actually why I joined the company as well. Is it's all about understanding the voice of your customer, so you can learn from those negative reviews as well, or negative feedback. But for the most part, people are really happy, and we get to amplify that for you. I mean, on average, we have every review shared like 8.3 times, because we connect with your social accounts, and you can connect with a lot of different platforms like that. So it's really amazing to be able to collect that feedback and then put it where you want it to go.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I'm glad that you mentioned this, because you and I mean, being millennials ourselves, you've done a lot of work with millennials in the past as well. Like, we're not telling our age. Yes, believe it or not, Kristin and I are both millennials. We are. Sometimes we don't love to admit it, but we have seen this trend with them. We understand their mindsets a little bit. You and I I don't like to group us in with them all the time, because they're an interesting bunch, but people do like to share their opinions. People like to share their thoughts. And that's experience.com is really helping with that. Those people who had a great experience, they're willing to share it. Sometimes us as mortgage professionals, we're so scared to even ask them for it. But when we do, and when we have a system and we have the tools in place that Experience has, that's just, again, it makes it such an easy transition. It's sending automatically to the consumer, asking them what the experience was like, and then it can, like you said, be shared out on those platforms, depending on where you're wanting to grow it. People want their voices to be heard. They want to share when they had a good experience. How quick are we to get on, Yelp or whatever when we have a bad experience? But just the flip side of that, this younger generation, they want to share that, right, Kristin?
Yeah, and they also want social proof when they're making a decision about who to work with. I mean, 97% of millennials check reviews before making a purchase. And I really would imagine that in purchasing a home, you're absolutely going to do that. So yeah, I think it's so important. And also, all consumers are checking reviews at this point. I mean, it's no question that even when you get a strong referral, you're going to Google search their name.
Oh, 97%. Just imagine, like, I do. Like, when's the last time you got on Amazon and like you're making sure it has good reviews? Homes, this is the biggest financial decision people are going to make in their lives. Of course, they're going to check out. They're going to make sure that, like, hey, Kristin is a reputable person. Like, she actually does. She's got some great reviews here. She sounds like somebody I want to work with. So, and a whole different topic. That's why you put out content. People want to see you. That's why people love seeing us. They love seeing Kristin. So, all right, going back to Brokers United. Again, today's the big day. You can go, you can sign up. It is officially launched. So you can actually go to the website right here. We've got it for you guys, BrokersUnited.com. And you can register. You can actually start becoming part of this community, which I know you and I were talking a little bit before. You guys are actually working on some really cool initiatives and some really cool community aspects of this, because that's really, again, when you see this title, Unite, Protect, and Grow, you want to unite the industry. You want to protect it, but you also want to help it grow, right, Kristin?
Yeah, exactly. And we are about bringing enterprise level technology to the broker network, and we're starting with experience.com. So this is only the starting point, but it's a huge starting point, I think.
100%. I say you're just getting started. Now, I want to mention some of this too, because you see some of these names down here, some of our friends of the show, Caliber, Parkside, PRMG, PennyMac. And so these lenders, these wholesale lenders are partnering. They're coming together. They're adding resources. They're adding collaboration, thoughts, and ideas, which again, that's something that's going to help this initiative grow.
Yeah, it's been so cool actually working with our founding lender partners. They are all so excited about just being able to improve their visibility into the customer experience, so they want to know, and they're all very competitive. So they want to know, all right, on average, we're getting a 4.5 or 4.6 on our loans coming through, but our competitors are getting a 4.8. We got to take it up a notch, So it's so cool. This is a unique opportunity where everyone coming together is actually beneficial to the individual as well. So, but we founded this with Caliber and with Dave Schroeder, and he's been incredible in helping us shape this. And then we've had, I think we've got 6 lender partners at this point. We just did a big launch with PRMG yesterday, and just super excited about where this is going.
Good friends over at PRMG, Ken Peranio, and the whole team over there at PRMG. But again, that's why this is exciting. Right now, more than ever, when rates are such a hot topic, depending on what rates are going to be doing. But I love the idea of bringing the industry together. And, we even mentioned this, is right now, with everything, the chaos that is going on, how much more impactful, how much more powerful can we be as a united group? That's really, and again, that's kind of the idea behind this. That's why the name itself, ladies and gentlemen, Brokers United, is such an impactful piece, Kristin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's really, we've also been talking with a lot of technology partners as well. So it's fun to see how the more that we come together, the more that we can do and value we can bring to the broker channel. And I do think this is a unique time. I just saw a stat where it was, I think 46% of millennials were going to the big banks for their primary financial institution. This year, that jumped to 72%. And that's just like mind blowing to me. But the reason is that they feel a sense of safety and its ease of use. And we've been in a very distrusting and scary time. And I think for brokers to be empowered with the right technology to improve their customer experience, it could really blow up, because I think that's a very safe channel, especially for next gen consumers, to feel like, all right, you're kind of almost like a third party, a trusted advisor through this process. So it's really fun to see how we've got a lot of technology partners that we're talking with, that we're planning to launch over the next few months, still open to others who may have interest in joining. But then, other lender partners, and the more the brokers we have in the community, the more powerful this becomes.
Oh, and that's just it. You mentioned this, you hit the nail on the head, is together we are more powerful. Together, we ultimately, our goal as a broker, as a mortgage community, is we really want to help. We want to help the consumer. And the more we can come together, the more we can collaborate, the more we can have tech companies, lenders, brokers educating one another, helping one another make the system more seamless, make it more easy, if you will, then all of us win. Us as brokers win. The the consumer wins. So, and that's why I'm excited. I love seeing initiatives like this. It's exciting. Chris Gassel over at Casey Riley, you should watch this and share it with your broker friends. You should. See, even Chris is getting behind it. That's what we want people. We want people to get behind this. We want people to be involved. And Kristin, that's really, again, at the end of the day, we want brokers to come around this. We want people to be behind it. We need as an industry to come together and support one another right now. We have enough going on in the world. There's a lot of negative in the world right now. And now more than ever, as a mortgage community, we can strengthen one another. We can be there to support one another. And Brokers United is right at the forefront of it.
Yeah, and it's cool because experience.com has really been all about giving people a voice, and that's how I want to position Brokers United. I want everyone to have a voice, and I really want, any brokers on the call, anyone that listens to this, I would love to talk individually with you. I want to hear your feedback, what you're wanting in a technology package, and how we can grow this together. So we're building out a broker advisory board right now, but also everyone's voice will be heard throughout this process. And then we've got a lender advisory board and technology advisory board as well.
You've got it all. See, it's all coming together so you can have the complete package. So it's all there for you. So Kristin, I want to thank you so much. There's so much to come. You're going to have to stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, because like I said, today's just a launch. Kristin, you've mentioned there's much more to come with Brokers United. Experience.com is excited to be leading the initiative along with people like Caliber, like you said, with Caliber, PennyMac, Parkside, PRMG, and so many more. And again, if you see this, you're like, hey, I want to get involved. Reach out to Kristin, reach out to the team and say, hey, you know what? We love what you're doing here. We see it and we would love to be involved with this. So reach out to Kristin directly and we'll actually post a link below. And again, if you guys want to register today, you can go to BrokersUnited.com. Dal has posted the link in the comments. So go over there, get registered. Why not, right?
All brokers are now able to register at BrokersUnited.com, but also any lenders on the call. If you're in the wholesale lender channel, we are now opening up for more partners there as well. So.
Boom. There you go. Lenders, brokers, everybody. It's time to get involved. It's time to get united together as an industry. And Kristin and Experience.com is leading the way with it. Kristin, you're amazing. Thank you so much for joining us today. Appreciate all your insights and expertise.
Thank you so much, Josh. This has been fun.
Oh, always is a pleasure. Always so much fun when I get to hang out with you, Kristin. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have to stay tuned. There's so much more to come. Brokers United is just getting started. It is just starting to have some fun. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you. We love you. Now it's time for all of you to go shred, go show up, hustle, repeat every day. See ya.